So, the title of this video is Disney Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day. Hunger Games or the happiest place on earth? And the answer is a little both, actually. Let me get this center. Alright, so yeah, it's actually a little both. You'll be surprised how crazy it is getting into the park. And then how happy everyone is once you're in there. But let's backtrack a little bit. Why do people go to Magic Kingdom in Disney World on Christmas Day? They go, they get their family together, stand in front of Cinderella'S Castle, take that iconic picture that's gonna be on their Christmas cards and family photo albums for years to come. You can accomplish that in about 15-20 minutes, to be honest. Hey, what's up, Steven? But the funny thing is that once you're in there, you're just like, okay, I got this picture taken. I guess I should do Disney things. So you realize there are thousands of other people there. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of people who are in the park with you. Like, if you've ever been into a really packed club, imagine that, but acres of people in that really packed club. But they're happy. They're with family, they're with friends. Everyone is happy at first. And as the day goes on, as people realize that the wait times, let's backtrack a little bit. The wait times for the rides were not that bad. Like, looking at the Disney World app that I had on my phone, I could see the different wait times for different attractions, and those things that were popular like Splash Mountain or the roller coasters and things like that, they had about the same wait times as you would on a give or take normal day at Disney. So that wasn't really the issue. The issue was wait times everywhere else. Like, lines for food were ridiculous. Lines for seeing characters were pretty long. Like, lines everywhere else, and just the sheer volume of people in your vicinity was ridiculous. And it came to the point where, as the day progresses, people are still happy, people are still helpful, people still want to make sure that everybody around them is having a good time, but people started to get a little bit more into themselves the longer the day went. And I give you a good example. We decided to hang out until right after Elsa freezes Cinderella'S Castle, which was awesome, by the way. Like, I should probably share the video with you guys. Like, if you're watching this on the replay, watching live, and you want to see that video posted, just put a 1 or say please share or something like that, and I'll share that video. But that's neither here nor there. We were all the way next to Cinderella'S Castle. Like, we were sitting in front of the Cinderella'S Castle as Elsa was doing her whole thing and freezing it and things like that. But then we were trying to leave. Mind you, hundreds of people behind us are trying to get closer to where we are. So my wife had to use the stroller kind of like a ramrod, and I had to be like, hey, sorry, pardon me, excuse me, we're trying to get through. We're trying to get through. There's 10 of us. So we were just like bobbing and weaving and dipping and dodging and just trying to get people out. Hey, good morning, brother. Thank you for joining the live. But yeah, it was ridiculous the amount of people that were there. And on a normal day in Disney, there's a lot of people, but nothing compared to Animal Kingdom. So here's where I was talking about the Hunger Games part. The later it goes in the day, and when people are trying to leave, it's every man for himself, basically. That's the best way I could describe it. Okay, here's a good example. When we were getting on the ferry boat to go from the ticketing area to Magic Kingdom, they were like, everybody with your party, stick together, get on the ferry together, blah, blah, blah. And people were just like happy-go-lucky, cool. Coming back, As soon as the ferry pulled up, and they opened the gates, people bum rushed. Like, they didn't have a chance to say, hey, everybody stay for your part. You're like, no, we're out. We're gone. We're leaving this place. We're leaving the happiest place on earth. We need to get to the trams, get to the car, be gone. And that's how people's mindset seemed to be. And it was funny because a couple people on the ferry expressed what I was thinking. They were like, why are people being so aggressive, and why are people running so hard to go to a stationary place? Like, the ferry's not going anywhere until everybody's on. And then even then, you still have to wait till you get across the water. And then you still gotta wait for your tram to get to your car unless you pay for preferred parking. By the way, preferred parking is freaking awesome. But that's neither here nor there. Saying all this to say this. If you have the opportunity to do Magic Kingdom for Christmas Day, do it. I know my review didn't sound like that at first, but do it. It is an amazing experience and something that you want to do at least once in your life. And after you do it that one time, never do it again. At all. Like, go during off-peak season or during a regular day. It was closed for capacity at 12:15. It opened at 8 o'clock. So within 4 hours, Disney was like, you know what? There's enough people here for this blah, blah, blah acres of land. If we land any more people, it might be unsafe. That is ridiculous. If you really think about it. If you think of that concept in a larger thing, that is insane how many people were in that park. And 12:15 is light. The past couple years, they were closed off at 10:30. We had it easy compared to other days because it's a little bit cooler. The high was, what was the high? 70. The high was 70. So once it started warming up, I guess more people came out. And the lines just to park and everything were every section of it was a mixture of craziness and Disney being a well-oiled machine. They know what to expect. They know what's gonna happen. So getting our tickets, easy as cake. Getting through security, not that bad. They had tons of lines open. Getting onto the ferries, getting into the park, it wasn't bad at all. I would say from beginning to end, once we got our lives together, from parking to getting into the actual Magic Kingdom was about 25 minutes, which is not bad considering there's a ferry ride in between. However, leaving the park was an adventure. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. It was it the Hunger Games or was it the happiest place on earth? It was a mixture of both. And I would gladly not do that again. I would go to a different park on Christmas Day because Magic Kingdom, like when my wife and I were there, we went to, as you guys know, we went to Animal Kingdom at Hollywood Studios the day before. Had an amazing time. It wasn't super crazy. In Animal Kingdom, the animals they weren't really walking around, but we went to the safari part of it, and the safari part had a bunch of animals. I took some great shots using my iPhone 8 Plus. No plug to Apple. I'm just saying, my iPhone 8 Plus with that 10 times zoom, it came in super helpful on the safari. I had some great shots that I might share in the next couple of days. But being in Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day, we knew we weren't going to get on anything. So we focused on experiences. We focused on the Dance It, Shake It, Move It party, which was dope. Like, I got to be in a conga line with Genie from the Lamp. And I got to see Nick Wilde and Judy Fox and Minnie waved at my daughter. It was legit awesome. Like, we were dancing in the street with the characters. So that part was super cool. And we did that about 10:30 in the morning. We got to see Tiana dancing on stage. We got to see a lot of great iconic Disney characters. Everybody got ears except for Daddy because Daddy's too picky. And it was just a great experience that if I had to do it again for the first time, I would. But for the second time, no, no, we're no, we're not, we're not. I would say give it like 5 to 20 years. When the girls are a little bit older, then maybe we might do it again. But they had their one experience. They good. Like, we'll go on any other day. We're not going through the Hunger Games again. Speaking of the Hunger Games, what really made it hungry is those lines for food. Anywhere you can think of that served food had a ridiculously long line. And if it wasn't for the Disney World app, which I highly suggest you downloading if you do go to Disney World, even on a normal day, some places have mobile ordering. So I was able to go through the app, place an order, boop, 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 and then pick it up within a few minutes. But even later on in the day, when a lot of people were doing mobile orders, even that took a while. But not as long as staying in that line for hours to possibly get what you want. This is not gonna run out of food. But yeah, you're gonna get what you want, but it was like an experience, to say the least. I do have some amazing shots of Cinderella'S Castle. I'm not gonna lie. It's the most photographed place in the world. It was on Instagram's top 10 list of photographed places, so it felt really special being there and being able to just share that experience with my daughters and my wife and my mother-in-law. It was dope. I'm not gonna lie, like, Disney works really well at helping you feel like a kid again, and I value this experience. I would just do it again on a different day when I'll actually be able to do things instead of just fight my way through crowds of people. Nice people, friendly people who would gladly take a picture for you and help you out, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Oh, by the way, so I think I've let this review go long enough. You guys get the point of it. The sun is rising in the background. I'll go and see if my girls are awake. I think, yes, my little one is up and she's looking for me. Let me go handle this. By the way, check out my Mickey pajamas. In the spirit. But you guys have an amazing day. This is Craig Joseph of Dove Birdz Travel. If you follow my YouTube page, I'm going to repurpose this. I'm going to put in some shots of what I was actually talking about, make it all fancy and snazzy, and it should be up there by the end of the week. This is Craig Joseph, Dove Birdz, signing off. Thank you guys for watching live. Thank you for watching the replay. If you know anyone who's thinking about doing this, share this with them so that they can get a little bit of insight for their planning for next year. If they happen to need someone to plan it, this guy, yeah, I can do it. All right, I'll holler.